Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, as you see right here, Becky Lynch, on her quest to bring down Trish Stratus, the man will get her hands on Trish's protege, Zoey Starks, in a Falls Count Anywhere match. We'll get to see that match coming up. We'll be the main event of Raw tonight for Trish Stratus. We'll be in Zoey Starks' corner. We'll see what kind of interesting match developments are going to happen coming up. Also, too, what would the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes say about the most anticipated edition of the Grayson Waller effect for WWE Payback? I think it probably happened to really coming up Cody Rhodes and stuff. Also, too, World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins had a verbal attack last week. He will demand that the King Strong Style meet him in the ring. Did they have the face-to-face confrontation? I've been waiting to see if Seth Rollins will finally get his hand on Seth Nakamura, what he has said about him. Man, Seth Rollins wants to get his hands on Nakamura days before their payback confrontation. The confrontation between Nakamura and Rollins is getting heated. Will Rollins have something to say? We'll talk about it coming up as the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Everyone, we're sorry that was the wrong opening for our show. But hey, things happen here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We're going to just keep it moving. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, we're going to get started with the Pro Wrestling Show right now. A lot of wrestling stuff happened on Raw tonight. So, we're gonna get things started with this. Um, Damian, Damian Priest. Damian Priest was in action. We can show where Damian Priest was in action. Damian Damian Priest was in action against Sami Zayn, one half of the tag team champions. Zayn wasting no time. Damian Priest got the win over Sami Zayn to kick off Raw with the help of JD Madonna. JD Madonna has been trying to ease his way into the Judgment Day, even helping out Damian Priest. Damian Priest told him he didn't need his help, didn't want his help, but Damian Priest got his help tonight before that was going on forward. Well, we know this that the tag team championships will be online. As Zayn and Owens will defend the tag team titles against Finn Balor and Damian Priest. They've been having a rocky relationship as far with the briefcase. Can they put their situation of the briefcase, you know, out of hand and try to focus on winning the tag team titles? That's what we got to figure out. But women's champion Rhea Ripley also she made an appearance saying that if the Judgment Day don't get along, there's gonna be some serious changes, serious drastic changes to the Judgment Day. I think Rhea Ripley kind of knows what's going on. She's a woman with a lot of distinction. But we'll get to Ripley a little bit later as KO and Sami Zayn did issue this challenge for the tag team title. They want the Judgment Day. They know they're getting Priest and Balor at Payback. They know that. But they want to add some stipulations to it. Add some stakes to the match for this Saturday, to say, for the tag team titles. They want this match now to be a street fight for the tag team titles. Anything goes. So you know the Judgment Day gonna have to be prepared if they want to take the tag team titles away from Zayn and Owens. They get to do so. Well, we know this. The Miz. The Miz came out there. He likes to impersonate people left and right. Miz came out there. LA Knight. Miz has done it before as The Rock. LA Knight. John Cena. The Miz does like to impersonate people left and right. But we just have to wait and see what's going on with The Miz. Impersonating LA Knight. The Miz will meet LA Knight this Saturday at Payback. Miz decided to said he can be LA Knight and stuff. Then he can take off the stuff like that and be himself. The LA Knight had mocked the Miz this past this past weekend on SmackDown. So Miz returned the favor for LA Knight, but they're gonna have an intense matchup. It's gonna be a real good matchup to see the Miz versus LA Knight this Saturday coming up. Well, speaking of that, um, Intercontinental Champion Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion who's been on the road as of late, he's almost nearly a week away, week and a half away, 2 weeks away, I meant to say, becoming the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Gunther had one of his proteges, Ludwig Kaiser, taking on Chad Gable. Chad Gable, the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship at the last week. There was no contest. At the Gable won the match, but he didn't win the title. Well, Gable was on the end of winning the being up Gunther's protege after Giovanni Vinci showed up. Gunther tried to power bomb Gable. Gable countered with an ankle lock, but Gunther found a way to power bomb again and did so to send a direct message to him that no one's gonna take his Intercontinental title and no one's gonna take his history making attempt to become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. That could be a possibility for the Intercontinental Championship to be on someone's waist. We know Chad Gable has been trying to been potentially gunning for a potential challenger. He kind of reminds me of Kurt Angle back in his prime, but Chad Gable, we'll see next week on Raw. He take wrestle away the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther, who's been on the roll as of late. Speaking of who's been on the roll as of late, Shinsuke Nakamura has been on the roll. He's been taunting. He's been messing with world champion Seth Rollins, getting inside his head. Seth Rollins don't even know what's going on with him. He's kind of trying to figure out what's next for him. Seth Rollins trying to ask Nakamura to watch his back and told him that Nakamura needs to be careful. Shinsuke Nakamura came from behind and attacked the world champion, leaving the world champion out in days and passed out. We know that Seth Rollins will meet Nakamura for the world title this Saturday at Payback. It'll be a good matchup to see Seth Rollins versus Nakamura. Let's run it back. Speaking of running it back, we're in the hometown blues, and none other than Memphis's own Jerry the King Lawler made a rare appearance, and how fitting. I think they should have let the King talk or speak or said something about Terry Funk. That would have been nice for them to have the King come on there and talk about Terry Funk because hell, Terry Funk was middle aged and crazy, and the King was that too. But Terry Funk was one of the King's greatest opponents, as well as Ric Flair and all of them. So it would have been nice if WWE would have let Jerry Lawler, while they was in Memphis, talk about um, put over Terry Funk for his contributions in wrestling. I think that would have been nice. But it was good seeing Jerry Lawler throughout the bad news and stuff we've received and stuff like Terry Funk passed away, the age of 79 years old, as well as Bray Wyatt passed away this week too. Man, one of the all-time greats, Bray Wyatt, Jerry Lawler, Bray Wyatt. Um, we'll get the Bray story coming up on update on Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was a one of a kind talent. He was that one of a kind. Well, we know that the Viking Raiders have been having problems lately with the new team of Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle. You know, Drew and Matt Riddle want to get their hands on the Viking Raiders. They'll do so next week on Raw when the Viking Raiders take on Drew and Matt Riddle. They want to call themselves the Bros or something. I forgot what you want to call them. I don't know what this going with. But, Matt Riddle wants Drew to dress like a bro. So we'll see how this is going to go and how far it's going to end up. But hey, we'll see how this is going to be. Also, too, the main event. The main event was this. The street fight. Falls Count Anywhere, I meant to say. Trish Stratus' protege, Zoey Starks, takes on Becky Lynch. We know Trish and Becky will meet at Payback in a steel cage match. Yeah, it was a week before, but Becky had to go through Zoey to get to Trish. Trish was going to be at ringside. Also, too, was in the corner as well. Tiffany Stratton made an appearance. Tiffany Stratton saying no one can't beat her, but Tiffany Stratton was in the house, the NXT Women's Champion. No. What's going on with that? Becky Lynch talking about she wants some gold, but we'll see what kind of piece of gold she wants. Well, Becky Lynch did take it to Tiffany Stratton throughout the match, and Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton kind of went through each other, trying to beat each other down. Trish Stratus also made a appearance to prevent Becky Lynch to win. She wanted Zoey Starks to soften her up for their upcoming match at Payback for the in that steel cage match. But Becky Lynch emerged victorious and dedicated her win. And she dedicated her win to the late great Bray Wyatt. Becky Lynch closing off Raw with a win, and what a fitting win for Becky Lynch, holding up the armband for Bray. A lot of legends and stuff. So Becky Lynch did so tonight. On another footnote, we got to mention that Rhea Ripley, the women's champion, she made an appearance and did that riptide to Raquel Rodriguez. These two women will meet this Sunday as well in their match at Payback. So look for that as well. All right, that ends the Raw Ring Report. We're going to move forward to Wrestling Hot Topic. On Wrestling Hot Topic, let's get to it. We want to get this. Right here, WWE will be agreed to a partnership with the NFL. They're going to be doing championship titles for the NFL team. You can see right here the Chicago Bills, San Francisco 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. Fitting because we know WWE is going to be in Philadelphia for Mania. But we know that WWE, they was talking about WWE and AEW. But we know Jacksonville Jaguars are owned by the Khan family, and someone posted this right here saying that the Jaguar belt was removed from WWE shop. I don't know, they always do that, but there's always some drama. WWE had added, but you know, since Jacksonville is an NFL team and is owned by the Khan family, who rival the WWE said, hell, we're going to do it anyway because it's an NFL team. It's still a partnership with the NFL, not with the Khan family. So the NFL is the one that did a partnership. So you'll be seeing these championship belts coming soon during the holiday season. So look out for that. Also, too, who made some noise as well. Mercedes Martinez, Mercedes Monique, normally known as Sasha Banks, she made a rare appearance at AEW's All Out. They've been showing her throughout the show. As you can tell, she is confirmed. Not yet, but she's coming to AEW. We'll have a little bit more insight on what's going on with Sasha Banks coming to AEW this Wednesday for the AEW Dynamite Ring Report or that. So we'll see. Also, too, on another note, EC3, the former TNA champion, won big gold again. He's the world champion again. He defeated Tyrus in the bull rope match. I'm surprised that they didn't pick him up when they picking up LA Knight and everybody else. EC3 now officially 2-time, I think 3-time world champion, 3-4 times. If many of you out there know how many times he won the world title, including the NWA title, let me know. EC3 now a 3-time or 4-time champion. I think 3-time champion. EC3 done it in a bull rope match. He retired Tyrus. Congratulations EC3 on his win. As a wrestling company, EC3 will be the world champion. Believe me. Speaking of another man that deserved his flowers. Many of you may remember Gunther from TNA or Dax Arrive from WWE. He announced that he's retiring from wrestling. So, hey, wrestling, everybody's retiring. Our bodyguards retire from wrestling. Also, speaking of body girl, Jordan Grace announced that she's returning back to Impact Wrestling. So, congratulations to Jordan Grace. She's returning back. Jordan Grace. Built as a machine. Now she's back in Impact. So, good for her. But the Eric Horn's been talking about this long way confrontation. The CM Punk and Jack Perry situation. It's been all on the news and stuff. But this is an insider from Raj. I forgot his name. Brian Alvarez saying the belief is now that within AEW that Punk and Jack are both suspended. The result of the investigation means neither will work all out. Ooh. You can tell something is real dicey on that. Like I said, I'm gonna figure something out on what's going on in here before you for Wednesday. Dynamite Ring Report for Hot Topic. So this matter is still ongoing. All right, we're gonna end that right now. We're gonna end it with the one, the only. We're gonna end it with Bray Wyatt. The log page tribute to Bray. He left his chair. Bray Wyatt, a one-of-a-kind talent, generational talent. He will be missed. Bray Wyatt, this episode of the Raw Ring Report, the Pro Wrestling Show, is dedicated to you and Terry Funk for your contributions to wrestling. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you tomorrow for the NXT Ring Report. I've been your host, Kid Dick Sansolo, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.